Okay, so I want to say something that might sound backwards at first, right? Might sound a little backwards, but I didn't wake up one day and become a wife. I realized I already was one. And that didn't come from dating advice or a checklist or a season of self work. I've done all this self work. It didn't come from any of that. It came from a moment that forced me to look at myself honestly. And it wasn't through desire like I wanted to, but it was through recognition, which actually felt pretty good. So here's the deal. I remember having a candid conversation with a man I dated before, right? Nothing dramatic, just an honest conversation. And he told me that another woman who was interested in him had asked about his experiences with love, right? And when she asked who he truly loved, his answer was pretty simple. He said it was her. Then she asked the question that pretty much changed everything for me. So she asked, what was it about her? And his response almost stopped me in my tracks. Y'all, you could have probably knocked me over with a feather. And I say almost though, because you know how you know who you are? Like you already know who you are. You've been moving like you heard, and then somebody says it out loud, without you prompting it, without you performing it. And you're like, okay, yes, I am her. And so he said she was already a wife before I met her. And I'm thinking, Lord, this man knows what he's talking about, right? So at first I felt flattered, but right after that, something a little deeper settled in, and I wasn't really surprised. And I realized something really, really important. I hadn't been trying to become a wife. I hadn't been performing. I wasn't prepping or really even chasing the idea of becoming a wife. I had simply been operating from what had already been formed in me. And that moment for me was about recognition. That's when my mind went back to my childhood, because I grew up watching my grandparents, and I watched my grandmother show up every day. Like she was intentional, she was steady, she was grounded. She wasn't trying to prove anything. It wasn't performative. She carried herself in a really quiet confidence. She was always very classy. She nurtured the home. She supported my grandfather without losing herself. She was always who she was, but she was definitely a support system for him. And I realized without consciously trying that I had been learning what womanhood looked like by watching it lived out loud. I wasn't taught, it was just modeled. And in that moment, that's when gratitude hit me hard. Gratitude for the example, gratitude for the foundation, gratitude that I didn't have to invent myself from scratch. I was very grateful. I felt grateful. I felt humble. And that's when it clicked. I wasn't waiting to become something later. I was already aligned with it. And that's a very important distinction, because so many women think readiness is about effort. Like I need to do something and I need to be ready and get ready. And sometimes it's about awareness. And I know we are all preaching about awareness, notice this, notice that, but not asking, what do I need to become? But asking, what's already true about me that I haven't really fully owned yet? Because you probably have it in you, sis. And it's not about being perfect. This is not about perfection. And it's definitely not about comparison, because everybody is unique in their own right. No one can do you like you can do you. Trust. But it's about recognizing when you've been living in alignment longer than you realize. Like nothing shifted, but your eyes just opened. And when you start seeing clearly, that changes how you move, who you entertain, and what you no longer negotiate. Your standards, they start rising a little bit. So here's what I recommend, right? To all my ladies that want to become wives. Stop rushing. Don't rush. Don't rush to become something you may already be. Take a moment to recognize what's been built in you through your values, your upbringing, your standards, your consistency. That level of awareness is going to change everything. Everything. Start looking within. That's my recommendation. And if this perspective resonates with you, sis, I recommend you stay close because there's more clarity coming.